Welcome back, everyone. Our invasion with Yor has officially begun, I think it's safe to say. The only downside is there is nothing to invade. I've delved deep into their territory and I'm not seeing anything at all. No worlds, no planets, a couple of star bases, but those are easily dealt with and something I could easily take advantage of. But otherwise, there's no worlds, which makes my pulverizers a little unnecessary at the moment until I can get that resolved. Otherwise, we're going to carry on stealing the relics that they got, preferably before the Altarians and all the other factions decide to jump on these resources that I'm trying to get first. It's my plunder, I'm going to claim it. So let's see, upgrading's done there because we got the Research Academy. We're continuing on with our progress to maximizing my research potential. So that way everything else could hopefully come along nicely. Mind you, I don't know the most optimal way to do that there, but with things like Bubba 1 getting the food, I think food just finished up there, so that's going to get a little bit of a production boost there. We're going to have at least approval that will be very manageable for a little while there. And then I think I'm all set otherwise, so I think the best thing to do here is focus on the growth for the time being, because yeah, it has a lot of population needs to grow. Mind you, just a small percentage of 0.2 growth return is not really that significant, but hopefully it will help out tremendously. Either that I can go straight to research or whatever the world's strength is. Probably its population, quite frankly, and manufacturing. Otherwise, I'm about to get a couple extra star bases here so I could delve deeper. And, like I said, trying to find me a world to conquer. I just need to get more constructors out, quite frankly. Ooh, speaking of which, it looks like shipyard's done there, so I could either get started with my grasshoppers, but like I just said, I think I want more star bases, especially over on the west, or the west side here, to kind of be able to push more aggressively. Because I'm trying not to rely on using life support too much there if I can help it. But it leaves me with really no room to really maneuver, which is a bit of an issue. I'm almost half tempted just making one starbase here with a couple upgrades, and then just use this other second constructor just to push out further, really. That seems more effective to what I have in mind. Also, we got upgrades. More upgrades, a lot more upgrades. And I don't think sensor scans is important down south for the time being, but it's like, it certainly doesn't hurt, I guess, to be able to get vision what's going on. Because nothing else really matters here. No, not really, I'm too far away for a support field to matter. I just hope they don't get really ticked off at me there. But with what, the cargo hauler finishing in a couple turns, hopefully that'll help a little bit. That's the hope anyway. And that at least should keep them on good relations with me, if nothing else. Other than that, there's just going to be a big, massive concentrated push forward, northward, as I keep a good eye on these dragons, because I have no idea where those ships are going. They got a nice conga line of ships coming over this way, and apparently I'm out of reach from them, so there's nothing they should be able to do, right? You would think. And the fact that they're all like got armor on them there is going to make my hordes a little insignificant. It seems like I'll need either my fireflies in order to start mass producing them to help deal with the dragon, and get like a medium or heck even a large ship there if I can get that research soon, to kind of prepare to deal with them. Kind of one of the things I do dislike about this. At least the ship weaponry defenses there. It seems too easy to be hard countered there based on what weapon you pick. Ideally, obviously, you want to have a nice balance of all the weapons there, but that is kind of difficult to do with smaller ships. Unless you want to do like probably no damage at all. So this is Mackenzie. Let's see, yeah, this is one of my science worlds. So do I want to start making grasshoppers or not? I'm not sure. Because I don't feel like I'm at risk yet, and I don't think Grasshoppers are going to deal with 6 or 7 Dragon Cruisers, so... might be a bit of an issue. I'll have to start sometime, I guess, so why not start now? Come to think of what's the cost on these things. They are quite expensive. Compared to the Hornet, at least. Like, the Hornet's 326 and the Grasshopper's like just 100 construction under, so not exactly a mass-produced type of ship, I gotta say. But let's start getting a handful of them so we can at least start putting them to use. And hopefully it will serve me well. And I might oh, let's see, what is this? Okay, this is not the designer, so I was trying to make these older variants obsolete. Get rid of them, so I'll have to do that in a moment. If I think of it. Let's see. I do have a drone here, so maybe I can spot where exactly the worlds are, if I'm lucky. Okay, this is the homeworld Sala, which can definitely make things fast for me. I think I should stop with making the constructors here, because it's not like I'm getting much value out of it. Where is the Mark III? 123, yeah, there is a little bit of a lapse. So let's get some Grasshoppers in. At least 2 turns is a lot more acceptable. It's just like, Sala is like my highest production world though, so ideally you want to have that and, what is it, Kephium or Mirander. That's, at least I would like to think that's my artwork with high focus on production. It's going to be, want to make my larger ships whenever possible, and leave all the other shipyards to make my swarmers and corvettes, essentially. So having them make Grasshoppers seems like I'm squandering their use a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, time to get the relic here. I don't think I need a support field, but I do want to keep in mind my positioning for later on down the road. Because if anything, I like to push up there as much as I can, so... can I build here? Yes, I can, so long as my support field's outside of a starbase. I think that's the only requirement. Not going to get the best vision here, being along the corner of the map, but I think I'm okay with that regardless. Yeah, and of course, being max distance there kind of annoys that a little bit. So, do I go full on the research studies or not? Oh well, I already did it, so I guess I'm stuck with it for now. And then I could probably push another starbase up, because I have no constructors nearby here. Oh, I do have one coming up, but it's going to be some time. So I think, actually, oh, that has 2 construction point left. So I think instead I'm going to have this push forward, and this one's going to just empower this starbase here for me. That way I can at least keep this momentum going. Preferably with a little bit better positioning on the starbase, because this isn't very helpful, is it now? If anything, we're just getting a really awkward, like, outline here. Oh god. Another Ascension Crystal, huh? Interestingly enough, they're getting research off that. How are they getting research off that, I wonder? Is it some kind of trait? It might be an ideology point thing, I'm not sure. Unless that's something... Wait, come to think of it, is that something I'm getting as well? No, I'm not. I'm just getting 3 ascension points a turn there somehow, though. That's... And what's this other one? I guess it's because of lack of upgrades, I'm assuming. Oh. Is that... In that case... Yeah, maybe I was overreacting with the Iconians, maybe? I think that number indicates the maximum amount to gain a turn, not per each starbase. If that's the case, then I am overreacted a little bit, so... Maybe it's not so bad, but I need to test that first before I can rest easy. Says I only have 1 module here for this constructor, and I want to gain more duranium. Because that is a valuable train resource for me, it seems. Or at least I'm getting good value out of it as a train resource, so I can use it for that and then benefit from it in other ways when I'm ready to commit to duranium powered ships. Whether it's with the duranium railguns or duranium armor plates, I'm not sure what I can exactly use it for. Or heck, just have multiple duranium refineries maybe might be good too for my production worlds. A lot of options I have to consider. And I got a trade offer too. Let's see what this is about. Oh. They want my Helios ore for really? Really? They think an exploration treaty is fair? I already got fission all around the world, damn it. Nonetheless, I will probably trade with... Oh, and I have spare Helios ore, so that's why. That's why they want it. So, I'll be happy to oblige that at least, but I've learned from the mishap I have with my pulverizer 4 maxing out its mass that I probably want to keep one of them so I don't miss it on ships that I can build. Is there anything else I want to grab though? That gross income could be useful, not necessary of course. They got a bunch of ships here. There's an interesting ship. A tiny ship with a railgun and a laser cannon. That's different, more unique than the other ships I've seen so far. Otherwise, the medium ships are pretty much one-trick pony. So what can I get from them? I know I want to get some more railgun weaponry to kind of enhance that for I'm just wondering what I should go after. And is it a good idea to get to upgrade the hospital? Only reason I can think of is maybe synergy bonus will help increase the food for all the farms that are around it. But the only problem is I have no idea what if it does the synergy give me a synergy bonus. I mean, net connect range sounds important too, so there's a lot of options. I have some duranium. I'm gonna give them the Helios ore, and I have money and creds to give away. So that's for the range. Can I give him something else? That's the life support mass. That's not necessary because I'm trying to avoid the life support if possible. Let me just grab it for the sake of it. Yeah, they don't find my exploration tree very valuable, do they? The irony is they were trying to offer it to me, which I call shenanigans on. So let's see, how's that? Still expensive, mind you. Actually, give me open borders, maybe that'll help. Because, open borders is kind of necessary for them, although I don't think I'm getting the value I would like. But yeah, for the duranium, Helios ore, a bunch of temporary stuff, that should be good, right? Because they're offering me an exploration tree, but you see where they are, right? How exactly is an exploration tree going to be beneficial to me again? I feel like they were trying to rip me off. Nonetheless, I do have the fertility, the hospital there, so I'm going to have to see how beneficial exactly it is for me. Especially since I can just upgrade now, and I'm pretty certain all the other ones will upgrade, so can I just rush this? It's only 600 credits. It's a stupid idea, mind you, but I want to check it now before I forget about it. So I already know that was probably a dumb idea, because it would have been just an extra turn after all. If anything, I should have been busy rushing these upgrade research worlds if I'm going to rush anything at all, but with 1,500 billion credits to rush each of them, probably not the best idea. I think it's safe to say. I think that's safe to say. Nonetheless, let's carry on. And I'm pretty certain these are maxed out. Yeah, they have 12 population. They're capable of sieging any world. I'm confident. And also, Sala has a bunch of infestors as well. I just haven't bothered taking them from the world just yet, so maybe I should do that. So now the question becomes, where the hell can I put them? Or should I grab population from? Because I feel bad for Ardoff Nairo. No population at all. It will blossom in time though. I'm just wondering. I have 5 infestors. And that's going to be 15 population. I don't really want to resort to fly them all the way to the home world. But that has the most plentiful amount of worlds, so I should do that, but it's going to take some time before they can be of use. That's the one thing I really dislike. And thankfully, ejecting all the ships at once there didn't really hinder my population that much. I was kind of worried it would steal half a population from each of my infestors, but thankfully that's not the case, so I should keep that in mind for later on down the road. Instead of ejecting them one at a time, I should just eject them as a big massive group to minimize the loss of population. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. Now, let's end this turn and have a look at our fertility center. Yeah, I know, I said it before, it's probably a dumb idea, but I want to check it now before I forget, because I still think it was a mistake to actually trade for the tech, because most of my worlds are already maxed out in population. The only one it might be useful for is... Oh, what is this? Oh, another United Plants. I already know I have the strongest type of voting potential, so I can almost single-handedly... Wait. So, oh, I'm trying to read it there rather than explain. I could single-handedly influence the vote to my favor, so... Uncolonized planets and empires' borders belongs to the empire. The UN proposes a resolution to block other races from colonizing them. You know what? I don't even think there are any more worlds that can be colonized, quite frankly. That's what I'm feeling. Or at the very least, I'm sure as hell not going to, so I'm just gonna vote for that. Because I feel like I cannot benefit in all, regardless. So the vote's yes. That's all it tells me. And of course, who are the ones who vote against it there? The Sante, the Terran Alliance, which is interesting, and both 2 of the neutral races there, which is interesting too, considering aren't they supposed to not care about colonizing our worlds? That's interesting. But yeah, I was able to check my influence. Let me just check that again. Yep, 31% over everyone else. So it's basically going to take the Kryn, Terran Alliance, and the Iconians to all vote against me, basically. As far as being able to match my voting potential. Everyone else... Yeah, Dragon Down, I don't even think they have the voting strengths. If you don't include those 3, so... I am a bit of a powerhouse right now. So I could potentially win through the United Planets as well. I don't know how, if that's possible or not, is the only thing. And I don't think there's any way I can leave the United Planets, which is interesting. Well, no long... Oh yeah, just leaving just angers everyone, so... Huh. So, that's good to know. Learn a little bit more from this thing. This United Planet. So, where is this pulverizer? Oh, way down there at the rally point. Okay, I didn't actually see it. I am zoomed out a little bit too much, I think. Oh, and I almost forgot about it. I was talking about it. Level 2, I don't think anything happened at all. That was probably a waste, wasn't it? Yeah, I trade that for nothing. The only benefit I can see that being useful for is after I take the grab population from there, but which one was it that had... It was Gallifrey, was it? Gallifrey has a massive population, but they already had a fertility center, so... That was not beneficial in any way either. So... I regret that choice, quite frankly. Ah well, we'll carry on. I'll do what I can. Now, can I build... Yeah, I could build a construction base here. Oh, that's a trade route. I was wondering what that line represented. And I think this is as far as I could grab it. We'll go straight at full culture with one sensor scanner, I guess. Gives us some visual range. And that will help boost my culture further, but again, I need to be mindful of their opinion of me. Yeah, trying to culture flip our planet. They are not happy there. Although with all those modifiers, you think they should still be in favor with me, right? Nope, apparently not. Apparently just trying to culture flip them is enough to piss them off. Even though the positive modifiers suggest otherwise, you would think. So that may have been a mistake. I'm still wondering why the assailants aren't really worried about being culture flipped, quite frankly. Military buildup concerns me, so let's see. I'm just wondering about modifiers. Yor do not like me, and they still think I'm trying to culture flip their plans, which is funny, because I have no idea where the worlds are, so that seems really dumb. Speaking of which, yeah. That makes sense. That planet's actually being culture flipped, so that's a little more reasonable. As to why they would be concerned about culture flipping. Otherwise, the assailants don't seem to care. Can't explain why. Although there's no rebellion or anything like that going on, so who knows how long before that even is something to really be worried about. And apparently, my influence modifier is significant for them, the Iridians. I wonder why that is. Because I'm pretty certain I just took that territory. Oh my god, let's have a look at it. My first grasshopper is built. Not the most impressive ship, is it? I think it'll suit just fine though. Now I gotta remember where the hell I position my camera for the sake of not losing my sense of direction. Not perfect, but hell. I'm doing these videos one at a time so I can easily it's only a short-term thing. Now, let's just watch this thing go. 30 hexes. Let's have it do some laps around my territory, shall we? Just look at it go. Yeah, this is a stupid fascination I have, isn't it? But yeah, that has good mobility. Even with that speed though, it's still going to take a couple turns across my space, because after all, it was just at Thala not that long ago. It only gone like halfway across my territory roughly. More like a third almost if you were to consider the territory down near its Iridians, which is even more fast, so it's a start. And those are high quality engines too, so maybe I can get some more improvements with them down the road. I'm just not sure how exactly. And this is Gallifrey. So I think it's safe to say I want more constructors, because that momentum's starting to go underway. Although, if the Iridians are not happy with me, that means I need to start taking them seriously too. Which means, what are their weaponry? All laser dependent, so my grasshoppers are not exactly going to be useful. I just want to look at the fleet there, it's not going to let me. Okay, interesting ship design there. But that's going to be another sort I need to be careful of. I think it's safe to say. So, if I'm going to do anything else, I want to have one more starbase over here to the left and start upgrading the weaponry here. Get my logistics back up, and I need energy deflectors for these wasps so I can start retrofitting them to help benefit the swarmers and the rest of my fleet with the energy defense. Oh, do I seriously have a constructor in here? Did I ask for you to hide in that? No, I don't think I did. So let's upgrade my economy stuff. That's level 3. Culture rings up. Get that going. I don't think a sensor scan is really useful here, especially since I'm already planning on getting a second starbase up there, so it's kind of pointless. And I have 2 construction points there, so that's what I'm gonna do. Get another turn out of my movement, so I can get a starbase up there, preferably a little bit more in the middle, because I'm actually nearing the corner of the map. So the one thing I need to do is make sure there's no surprises for that constructor. But thankfully, with that drone, I think it's safe to say I'm not at risk. So I'm safe. Otherwise, like I said, nothing I can do until I can get those starbases underway. Which is a little bit of a hindrance, but hell. Relying on starbases for my fleet travel is actually not as bad as it seems, because again, I'm trying to expand my influence, and that's what the starbases do for me. So, it's hardly a setback. It just slows down the actual invasion, which is surprising, because one planet here would have helped a lot in pushing my fleet forward, quite frankly. And there's not even any ships to do that, or no worlds to actually invade as a result. Anyways, I forgot that I want these horns to kind of start forming up, so I think I should start doing that. Because these are what, 6 horns here, I'm going to have 5 in this fleet, and a handful of pulverizers. Speaking of which, I need to find a group where I can put these infestors safely. Might as well just put them with these horns. It doesn't hurt for the time being, at least. So, not much else I can do until that one starbase is up. So not much I can do. Our fleet is continuing to be built though. We got grasshoppers underway. Hell, my grasshopper has, well, it's going to get even more, another 30 points of movement, so we're going to get it to do its laps, like I said, while we get everything else figured out. And I need to get more duranium, so I need more constructors to invest in that too. So there's a lot that needs to get done, and I don't think I have actually enough high quality shipyards to get that going at the rate I want. So I'm gonna have to look into seeing what needs extra shipyards to help spread out the production. Oh well. Not much I can do about that again. Do I have any constructors at all? I don't think there is. Don't think there is. And it looks like the poor sailors are about to run out of culture. They are not long for an influence victory, at least. Don't know what other chances they have right now, losing their homeworld and everything else. Need I add a homeworld that they had massive bonuses to, for crying out loud? Where the hell did this Gaia Vortex come from? For crying out loud. I sure as hell don't know. I'm annoyed by that. They have to compensate with their with the higher difficulty just by giving them a really nice handicap. And I positioned my constructor wrong, damn it. I should have gone more deeper in, so I have to wait another turn before I can do that. To get a more optimal starbase, at least. And, well, I'm getting close to some world systems here, so it's entirely possible I might run into a starbase, so I gotta be careful there. And we got ourselves another grasshopper. Perfect. They're not exactly going to be useful against the Iridians, which is unfortunate. But oh well. Gonna do what I can.